there was 3 or 4 players in that team who you could have taken off after 10 minutes because they looked as if it was like, oh, I've got to play today, have I?
I know, because that's again, you know, it's almost like this is a B team, this is a reserve team. But I think that's the wrong mindset to have. If you are a Danilo or a Nadim Barami or whoever it is, you have to go out there and show, this is my chance to go and stake a claim. And listen, I'll come on to one guy who started at the weekend, and I think he should start on Thursday. And this might divide opinion. I'd start Agamani. I genuinely would. I'd start him before Dessers.
I would start him before Dessers any day of the week. I've got to say, I think especially away from home where you're living off scraps, that goal he scored at the start of the second half is typical. It was very, in a way, it was quite similar to his goal at Parkhead, the winning goal where it comes down and it bobbles, and he manages to get it under control, and he's got very good close control around about defenders who are sort of backing off, and he's a great finisher.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Rangers on Thursday night are going to need a striker who can take the ball for a walk. They're going to need a striker who can get them.
And that's not Dessers.
That's not Dessers. And actually, you know, look, I've said a million times, I think Dessers is much maligned. You can't help but like the guy. He does score goals. However, in a game like this, you need someone to look after the ball up front. And I actually felt in the first leg, especially when he was down to 10 men, he just didn't protect the ball. The amount of slack passes, the amount of wee daft touches, and you think
he's also not aware of movement round about him, is he? You know, like if he's back, I watched him a couple of times in the first half when they were under a bit of pressure, and he's back in his own half, and Barry Ferguson screaming at him to follow runners and close down space, and he's just not very spatially aware.
Yeah, and that's where I think Agamani, again, when he did come on in the first leg, and Rangers are, you know, down to 9 men at that stage, and it's just protect the ball, keep the ball. He did it. He is elusive. He can drop a shoulder. He can somehow come out with the ball. I think that's going to be really important. Look, I think Dessers is sometimes better off the bench as well. A point to prove. To me, I would start Agamani.